Coverage tonight. Our Isabel Lawrence is live at the Board of Elections in Cleveland, where officials say they've made changes to ensuring that voting is going smoothly. Also, we are so glad to be joined by Lena Lai, investigative and political reporter here. She's been looking into all of this, and this is really consequential.
It is, because, you know, the winner of this will face off with incumbent Senator Democrat Sherrod Brown. And, you know, Republicans are just chomping at the bit to try to flip the seat. So the race to take on Sherrod Brown has really been a contentious one so far. And it has become a clash between Trump MAGA Republicans and the Ohio's GOP establishment. So what happens tonight will really give us a better picture of where the GOP in Ohio is headed. The two front runners in the polls right now are State Senator Matt Dolan from Chagrin Falls and Cleveland businessman Bernie Moreno, who rallied in Independence this morning. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Frank LaRose is lagging behind in the polls. Moreno has the endorsement, like you mentioned, of Trump, who rallied with him in the Dayton area last weekend. Meanwhile, Dolan, considered a moderate Republican, is endorsed not just by Governor Mike DeWine, but also former Republican Senator Rob Portman. So DeWine's endorsement of Dolan is pretty notable. He has avoided explicitly endorsing Donald Trump. But DeWine is still popular among Ohio's moderates and independents whose support Dolan will need. According to an Emerson College poll last week, it is Dolan who would fare better in a head-to-head matchup with Sherrod Brown, followed by Moreno and then LaRose. But as for tonight, 21% of likely voters said in the poll that it was going to be a game-time decision today, that they are undecided or they want someone else. Coming up at 6, just how expensive the GOP Senate primary has been and how Democrats have actually meddled in this race, spending millions of dollars to try to put their thumb on the scale as to the outcome for tonight.
Yeah, really interesting. Okay, we'll be watching it closely, of course. Lena Lai, thanks a lot.
You bet.
Thank you, Lena. So you have a couple of hours, 2.5 hours, in fact, left to cast your ballot. There is still time. Our Isabel Lawrence is live with the voters in Cleveland, where they've been spending the day, and they are turning out, as we understand it. So, Isabel, talk to us about some of the changes that are helping to keep things run smoothly down there.
Yeah, Christy, well, here at St. Patrick Church in Cleveland, things were a bit quieter when we arrived here earlier in the afternoon, but now as we approach the end of the work and school day, more and more people have been coming in to cast their ballots. I spoke with poll workers here. They tell me everything has been smooth so far today, but this isn't the only poll location that I've stopped by for you. Earlier today, I was also in Bay Village speaking with voters there. Now, over there in Bay Village, voters tell me that it was a pretty easy process casting their ballots at the Bay Presbyterian Church. They say it only took them a few minutes. The polling location in Bay Village there actually ran into issues last November when election officials found that a USB memory stick on one of the ballot scanners there was actually damaged, and about 900 ballots were not initially counted. Again, that was last fall in Bay Village. Now, I did reach out to Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose's office this afternoon, and they tell me no major issues at the polls today, and the Cuyahoga County Board of Elections also telling me they have seen no issues. Today, voters in Bay Village telling me it was a smooth experience.
It was so easy. You go in, you pick up you show them your ID, pick up your paper, go vote, put it in the machine, and you're out. It took me maybe 5 minutes total.
Now, LaRose says if there is an issue at the polls, talk to your voting location manager. You can also contact your county board of elections. And of course, 3 News will continue monitoring what's going on at polling places all across Northeast Ohio for you this evening.
Yeah, I know you guys are out working hard. We're going to be here all night for everybody. Isabel, live for us. Thank you. And again, polls close at 7:30. Just want to put that reminder out there to you. And tune into WKYC for special election results. We have updates for you after the polls close. You can check at WKYC.com/elections. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for complete coverage. But we have crews here tonight to make sure you get all of the latest information. We are here for you.